What's up guys, it's Cody coming back at you with another video. And for those of you guys that follow my channel, you know that I recently put a 5-inch straight pipe on my truck, on my 7.3. Now I love the way it sounds, I love listening to my exhaust. I seriously just drive around with my windows down now and just listen to the exhaust. But one of my neighbors did kindly inform me that my truck is now waking them up in the morning because it's too loud. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be rude and inconsiderate to my neighbors, but I also don't want to make permanent changes to the exhaust or put the stock exhaust back on. I want to keep my 5-inch straight pipe. So what I'll be doing today, or attempting to do today, because it's my first time ever, I've never done anything like this, is building an exhaust silencer or temporary muffler, whatever you want to call it. So basically it's going to slip into the tailpipe of my truck. It's just going to be for in the mornings for real quick, 30 seconds to a minute, slip in my tailpipe, start my truck, pull out of my driveway and down the street a little bit and pull it back out, just so that way I don't wake up any of my neighbors with the startup. The startup is the loudest part, you know, just when you start it up and the RPMs go up real high and then it goes back down to idle. It's not too bad, but I'm just going to pull out of my driveway into the street and pull it back out. So it's going to be 30 seconds to a minute. It's not going to do any damage to the truck. Over long periods of time, it would probably be pretty bad for the truck, and I may get some hate on this video, people saying that this is a dumb idea, maybe some thumbs downs, but this is, like I said, just really temporary. This is not to be a permanent muffler or replace you from having to buy a real muffler for your truck. This is just for a few seconds in the morning so I can keep from waking up my neighbors and pulling it back out. So I'll basically take you guys alongside the build of this thing. Like I said, this is my first attempt, so hopefully it works. I don't know for sure, but I think in my head that it's gonna work. Hope you guys enjoy this. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. I make tons of content, tons of changes to the 7.3 all the time. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave a comment down below and let's get into the build. Alright guys, so this is what I will be making the exhaust silencer out of. Now this is calcium, and as you can see, it makes a big mess. This stuff, it comes off, and I don't really want that mess to get everywhere. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, this is for wrapping around hot pipe. This is for industrial, like steam lines and stuff, so you can put it around like a 1-inch pipe and people won't burn themselves. And it also insulates the heat to keep it inside the pipe, because you don't want to waste that heat on like a steam system. So that's what this is for. Like I said, I think that the sound's gonna go through here, and I just think it's gonna make the truck a lot quieter, and it's gonna be a little restrictive, but again, this is for a super short period of time, like less than a minute, so I don't think it'll hurt that bad. But like I said, this stuff makes a mess. I don't want it to get it anywhere. So the first thing I'm gonna do, it's wrapped in this paper, and I'm gonna put a shirt around it. I'm gonna put some glue on here just to hold the shirt for a short period of time, and then I'm gonna have a shirt on the piece of the shirt around both sides. And then I'm gonna wrap this whole thing in exhaust wrap, and that's really what's gonna hold the shirt in place. The glue is just to hold it until I put the exhaust wrap, and I'm gonna wrap the whole thing in exhaust wrap. So we'll have this thing wrapped up with shirts on the end to keep the mess out, and then I'll cut a hole out of the shirt. That way it still flows, the exhaust still flows through the hole, but this mess won't get everywhere, okay? So that's basically gonna be the process. So let's do the first thing and get that piece of shirt glued on here. So here are our little pieces of shirt. Now let's make sure that there's not a bunch of dust on the outside of here, just so the glue holds it on for as long as we need it to. Alright, there we go, you guys. That's one side. So like I said, the super glue is just going to hold it for now until we put the exhaust wrap on. The exhaust wrap is really what's going to hold this down. So let's do the other side now. Alright you guys, so we got our piece capped on both ends, like I said, so this is just to keep the mess out. I might try it without cutting the hole. Maybe it won't be too restrictive. If I do think it's too restrictive, I'll come back and cut the holes out of the shirt. But anyways, we got our exhaust wrap here, and we got the exhaust wrap nice and wet, which is what you want. This is a fiberglass material, so make sure you wear gloves with this and get it nice and wet, and that's basically gonna allow you to apply it nice and tight. And then when the exhaust wrap dries, it'll actually tighten up more. So this will help keep it on for a longer period of time. So let's put our first wrap on nice and tight. I have it hanging over a little bit. Not really, maybe not necessary, but that's just what I decided to do. So it's hanging over a little bit. I did it nice and tight, pull it tight, and then I'll start going around with about half overlap. But before we go all the way with that, we're gonna put a tie wire on here to keep it on. So let's leave it like that. Let's get some tie wire. All right, you guys, so we got some of this tie wire around the first strand. Now we're gonna start our half overlap. I'm gonna cover that tie wire with this first wrap. Hopefully it won't be too thick to fit in the tailpipe with that. There we go. Now we'll start our 50% overlap. All right, guys, so here it is. So our little temporary muffler is done. We got 3 wraps of tie wire on the end here, so that should hold it together nicely. And then I got 1 on the beginning, and then plus the overlap, the exhaust wrap should hold itself. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the t-shirt like this. I'm not gonna cut it yet. I'm gonna test it like this and see how it is. And if I think it's too much restriction, or if I see the shirt kind of like blowing up from the pressure, which it might come out a little bit, but if I really see it like it's gonna come off, then I'll cut a hole in it. So let's test it like this. I don't know which side's gonna fit better. Probably this beginning side. We'll slip it into the tailpipe, and then what I think I might do is get something like long tie wire wrapped around here, and then I can tie it to something to keep it in place so it doesn't pop out. All right, so let's go ahead and test it out, and I'll show you guys the before and after so you guys can really tell if it works. So there it is, you guys. Now it does fit pretty snug, but I definitely think if I just started it up right now, the pressure would probably blow it out. So like I said, I have this little pigtail here, and there is a hole in the bottom of the tailpipe. Not sure if you guys can see it, because I can't see the camera now. There it is. So I'm hoping I can run this tie wire through that tailpipe to hold it in place while I start the truck. All right, well, let's try that for now. Well, sounds like it works to me. So it definitely worked for quieting it down. I could tell a huge difference on that. The only thing I would like it to, I need to figure out a way to make it stay in there a little better, but it definitely made a big difference on quieting the truck down. Let's see if I can get it in there a little farther this time. All right, now it's in there nice and tight. Try and tighten this tie wire more. All right, let's try that again. Now this is kind of tedious, but it's my fault for putting a 5-inch straight pipe on my truck and wanting to be considerate to my neighbors. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. It seemed to work in my opinion. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell in the video how much it worked. It made the truck a lot quieter. Now obviously the 7.3s still have loud engines. You know, it has that 7.3 cackle and that's still pretty loud, but my neighbors never complained about that before getting the straight pipe, so I don't think that's really the thing that's disturbing them. It's the exhaust. So this definitely quieted the exhaust down a lot. It pretty much was a little quieter than stock. So the only thing I'm going to do now a little different is I'm going to add a couple more pieces of tie wire to the beginning, the side that inserts into the exhaust, because it did move it a little bit. So So that's pretty much it, you guys. Instant muffler, instant exhaust silencer. Like I said, temporary instant exhaust silencer. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave a comment down below what you guys think. If there's something that I don't know that this is going to cause way more damage to my truck than I realize. I don't think it will for real short periods of times, but leave a comment down below what you guys thought. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.